in the film.
Yeah, it's West Monroe. You watch the film, and it is the West Monroe that you always see. They're going to be 4-2-5, cover 3 on defense against the spread. They will, go to the 4-3 defense, playing cover 2 some. And then, obviously, when you get into a tight formation, they're going to go to a 6-2 or the Bear defense and stack everybody in the box and try to stop the run. Number 34, Brock Harvey, is a good defensive end, along with number 97, Ty Allen. They get up the field and cause some havoc in the backfield. And these guys play hard on defense. Caused a lot of problem in the run game against Karen Crow, and then obviously against Evangel. It was really obvious against Evangel. So West Monroe's offense, same West Monroe that we always see. They look a lot like Ruston did last week. It's a mixture of shotgun. Obviously they want to be under center, running the triple option, which is hard to defend. Neville's going to have to be disciplined on defense. Their cornerbacks, Neville's cornerbacks, are going to have to come up and make plays on the pitch. That's their job. Is safeties in the corners are going to have to come up and play at the line of scrimmage and be tough. Obviously, the defensive line for Neville is going to have to dominate that push that West Monroe always has, and those long extended drives where they're handing off to the fullback and creating time of possession and controlling the game. So if Neville's defense can get off the field on third down, get the ball back in Neville's explosive running back's hands and score some points early, that's going to be the key for Neville's offense. And again, like we talked about in the keys of the game, Neville's got to protect the ball.
That's most obvious. The 3 fumbles in a row against Ruston got them back into the game, and a game that the Tigers look back on and let get away. All right, let's move on. As you see the Tigers come onto the field, let's get to the starting lineups, brought to you by Podna's Barbecue. There up front, the big guys, left tackle Will Campbell, then he's right beside the guard, Gilberto Quinones, and then the center, Landon Sorrell. The right guard is Logan Smith. Right tackle is Kane Day. The wide receivers tonight are going to be Cam Carter and Bill Quarius Gooden and Ben Crawford. Tight ends, Wes Robinson. And in the backfield, it's going to be Timothy Bird starting number 4, and the quarterback is the junior, number 16, Brett Batterford. Real quick, as you see those captains out on the field, captains for tonight's game for the Tigers are number 51, Dexter Walker, and then for the Rebels, that's number 10, the quarterback, Lane Little. We'll move on to the defensive starters for the Tigers. Up front, the big nasties there. David Jackson at the tackle spot. Samari Wright at the nose tackle spot. Dexter Walker is the senior defensive end. He gets to start tonight. And Myron Elam had a big game. Last week's player of the week was number 8, the senior defensive end. The linebackers tonight are Hinton Roberts and Lane Blue. The backfield, deep is the safeties, Kareem Moore, Griffin McGee. And then the corners are Lorenzo Dubose and Zay Straughter. And then the free safety is Marion Elam. So, as we've got that out of the way, it looks like I completely lost who won the toss right there. I was talking about the deal. We won the toss, and we deferred to the second half. If we win the toss, that's normally it. All right, and everybody is standing for the national anthem. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will have the kickoff for you. You're listening, or watching rather, Neville Tiger football on the Neville Tiger Network.
Whether you're dining in or grabbing to go, at Nukes, we love to share great food, to delight with new flavors, to celebrate every bite. Join us at Nukes Eatery.
We have inventory at Sparks Nissan Kia in Monroe, including huge lineups of popular new Nissan and Kia models, plus more pre-owned options from the best trade-ins. This means we can offer you more choices and competitive pricing. So let's make a deal. Shop the largest selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs, more than any other dealer in Northeast Louisiana, and put a spark in your drive today. Shop in person or online now at drivesparks.com.
This is not a dramatization or a paid testimonial. I'm Christian Creed, and let me tell you, car wrecks can wreck lives. As a former insurance adjuster and as a licensed accident investigator, I've handled hundreds of accident claims. If you or a loved one have been involved in a car accident, no matter how big or small, let me put my experience to work for you. Call Creed & Creed. We're serious attorneys for serious injuries.
At Caples and Robinson Orthodontics, making beautiful smiles is our passion. Our doctors are Northeast Louisiana's trusted board-certified orthodontists, and they love helping our patients create the smile they've always wanted.
Tommy Hayes is running for district judge to restore confidence in our courts, keep our communities safe, be accountable to the public, and ensure fair and equal justice for all citizens. Tommy Hayes, the right vision for our courts, the right experience, the right choice as our next district judge.
If you're tired of all the normal pizza options in Northeast Louisiana, give Mama DeLuca's Pizza a try. Mama DeLuca's Pizza is located inside the subway at the corner of Lammy and Armand in Monroe. Go see Mr. Steve and Miss Connie and give them a shot. Their pizza's really, really good. Take it from me, I've been eating it for the last few years. Steve and Connie are ardent supporters of Neville Athletics. Give them a try today.
The used car giants are back, and they're crushing the competition, crushing high prices, and crushing bad credit. And they're bringing something even bigger. One-click online purchasing. Visit usedcargiants.com. Choose the car you want from CarTown's huge inventory and buy it with one click.
And we are back here at Don Chow's Field on the campus of West Monroe High School. Stuart Shelby, Robert Lane going to bring you tonight's action between the Neville Tigers and the West Monroe Rebels. We just heard a wonderful rendition of the national anthem performed by the West Monroe High School Band. And before we get into things, let's check in with our on-the-field reporter. That's Vince Burks that's coming to us tonight. Did a great job there on the Pickering Christmas segment of the pregame. Vince, what's the feeling going down there on the sidelines right before kickoff?
In our community for the last couple of weeks. In fact, we've had
how's it feeling down there on the sidelines here right before kickoff?
In our community, and tonight we're happy to welcome 13 of those from the state of Missouri that are here. So, folks, if you would please stand and let us say thank you from our
good deal. We'll be checking in throughout the game. So, folks, we're getting ready for kickoff here.
All right, guys.
And the Tigers will be kicking it off to the West Monroe Rebels. William Reed still handling the kicking duties for the Tigers, the senior. Young man that sits behind me at church a lot, so really, I don't rib him too bad. But you know, as I've been ready for this game for a while, Robert. So we're about to get going, folks. This is the Neville Tiger Network. You can find us www.nevilletigernetwork.com, or we'll be streaming live there or on your Roku or Amazon Fire Stick apps, as well as Facebook and YouTube. It's about kickoff time, and we're broadcasting directly from the Family Solutions broadcast booth.
Stuart, this is where you set the tone for the game right here. The kickoff team for Neville's got to come down and hit somebody in the mouth and try to make a play here.
There's the kick. It's a squibber coming up, and it gets to the deep man. Fumbles it a little bit, and then he is still on his feet, fighting for yardage. He's going to get out to about the 28-yard line, and that's where the Rebels will take over 1st and 10.
It was a good squib kick there by William Reed. It made it tough on the up back there to field the ball, and obviously the guy receiving the ball in the backfield or in the back had a tough time. It allows your kickoff team to get down there and cover the kick.
And there's Lane Little in the shotgun to start things off for the Rebels. Tigers showing a little aggressiveness there early. He's going to hand it off right through the middle, and he's cut down by one of the Tigers' safeties.
Yeah,
that's C.J. Williams. You saw them run that little play a lot last week.
Yeah, West Monroe's trying to create a little misdirection there with the motion coming to the field and trying to move the linebacker's eyes and then go back the other way, and he was able to get a good gain on first down there.
Now a deep I formation from the Rebels. Little turns, hands it to the first man through, and there's nothing doing. The big Tiger defensive line snuffed that one out. That was A.J. Howard on the carry for the Tigers, and I think that was big number 62.
That's
and H.A. Sledge on the stop for Neville. A gain of 1. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 1 to go from the Rebel 37-yard line.
Got to dominate the line of scrimmage with the defensive line, and that's what happened there, especially on this option that they're playing.
Little keeps it, tries to get around the end. He's going to have the first down. A gain of about 3 out to the 40.
Stuart, that's what I was talking about earlier. On first down, Neville's got to be able to hold them to not much of a gain. You can't allow them to have 3rd and short. That's what West Monroe lives off of is 3rd and short, moving the chains, having long drives and scoring and eating up time and keeping your offense off the field.
Little barking out signals. Going to pitch it back to Williams for a minimal gain, and maybe about 1 right there. Nice job on pursuit there by the Tiger defense.
You know, Stuart, we've seen West Monroe in the I formation running the lead toss just there. We saw them running the triple option, and the first play they came out with motion in the shotgun. And so West Monroe is going to throw a lot at the Neville defense, but really it's the same concept. They're running the football up the middle, so Neville's defensive line is going to have to play good tonight and stop this run game of West Monroe.
From the shotgun here, Little takes it himself, pulls it out of the belly of Williams, and has got a big gain across the 50 out to the 42-yard line. From the shotgun here, Little takes it himself, pulls it out of the belly of Williams, and has got a big gain across the 50 out to the 42-yard line on the shot. So we've got that replay there. We're going to work on muting the audio on the replay. But as we're back to the action, 1st and 10 here from the Tiger 42. Little still in the shotgun. This time he pulls it out. He's going to look to throw, and he's got a man wide open on the far sidelines. And he's going to be knocked out of bounds around the 5, and that was just a blown coverage there by the Tiger defensive backfield. That's A.J. Howard on the reception, just kind of snuck him in on the far sideline.
Yeah, it looked like I couldn't tell if they snuck him out of the backfield there and ran the wheel route up the sideline and the backer didn't cover him or if he was lined up out there at the snap. And he's normally a fullback / H-back move guy, and he looks like he got kind of lost by the Neville defense.
Well, 1st and goal here for the for the Rebels, rather, from about the 4-yard line. They're going to hand that football off. That's Williams again, or actually Howard again, for a gain of a couple.
Looked like Elam there played the ball really well, and it came up and stuck the running back.
2nd and goal from about the 3.
Yeah, good play there by Elam, sticking his nose in there and need to create a turnover here, Stuart.
Yeah, West Monroe on their first drive, the opening drive of this football game. They're going to hand that off to Williams, I believe. Have they signaled it yet? No, they say he's down at the 1. No, I believe that was Howard again on the carry. Rebels inching closer. Tigers bringing a little bit more beef there on the defensive line, as you see David Jackson come into the ball game. So it's 3rd and goal from the 1 here for the Rebels.
Got to expect them to hand the dive here.
Only one, actually, Howard up front, and they hand it to Howard, and he has crossed the goal line. That's going to be a touchdown for West Monroe. Well, just a couple of big plays brought the Rebels down the field, and they're going to score on their opening drive. And after getting blanked in the opening game by Karen Crow, the Rebels hung 50-plus on Evangel last week. So, and that's after Coach Arledge kind of guaranteed they wouldn't lose another game.
Yeah.
There's a little bulletin board material for the Tigers here this week. Luke Stagg set to kick the point after for the Rebels. The kick is up, and it is good. So with 7:19 to go here in the first, Rebels strike first. They lead the Tigers 7-0. We'll be right back. You're watching Neville Tiger football on the Neville Tiger Network. Having back trouble? Well, Dr. Scott Martinez at Martinez Chiropractic may be able to help you out. Why don't you give him and his friendly staff a call, 654-4310, to set up your next chiropractic appointment. Martinez Chiropractic is located at 1828 Tower Drive in Monroe. Scott Martinez is a former Neville Tiger and supports all of Neville athletes. Well, we're back, folks. The West Monroe Rebels took the first drive, about 73 yards there to score. That time it was A.J. Howard punching it in from the 1 on a 3rd down and goal play, and they lead the Tigers 7-0. And, Robert, you know what you're getting when West Monroe comes there. I mean, they're multiple on their sets, but they do a few things. And one thing that they did that the Tigers weren't expecting was to throw that pass down the sideline. That's what got the Rebels inside the 10.
Well, they created a little misdirection early on, being in the shotgun with the motion, got some yards on 1st down, and then hit the big play to number 1, I think, out of the backfield. And then they also snuck the quarterback out for a good gain there during the drive. So it was a well-executed drive by West Monroe, put together some good plays. And then, of course, when they get into short yardage and goal line is when they get the big boys out and push the pile, and that's when they were able to stick it in the end zone there.
There's Bird set to return this for the Tigers, and he has to pick it up around the 3. He breaks a tackle, is going to get out to the 10. He's got a little bit of room, and he made something out of nothing as that ball kind of checked up on him, and then he realized he had to grab it because it was still in play.
Yeah.
And after last week, as you see there on the replay, Tigers still a little shaky on those kickoff returns.
I don't know if he thought maybe it was going out of bounds early on, and then after he touched it, it looks like he kind of hesitated, not knowing what to do, and fortunately he picked the ball up and was able to get some yardage to get him from being backed up to start this drive.
The Tigers from the 16-yard line. Going to hand it off up the middle. That's A.J. Allen on the carry for the Tigers. Short gain. About 3 yards to go, bring up 2nd down and 7.
West Monroe defensive line, you look at number 97, number 98, who just made that play there. Two good-looking kids up front that create some havoc in the backfield. So Neville's offensive line is going to definitely have to handle them tonight best they can.
Another handoff there to Allen. He's got a little running room, and he loses the football, but a Tiger was there to come back on top of it. That was Cam Carter, Johnny on the spot, but the rush by Allen gives the Tigers a 1st down, and as always, the 1st down's brought to you by Mama DeLuca's Pizza. They're on the corner of Lammy and Tower in Monroe.
A good play by the West Monroe DB there by the corner, number 6, Paul Williams, trying to strip that ball. Got to protect it if you're Neville.
Bideford looking to pass, and he just throws it a little low. Looking to hook up with Bill Quarius Gooden.
Yeah, he had Gooden there. Just got to put it on him. That's a big-time 1st down gain if they're able to connect there. And we've said this in the past. Neville's passing game has not quite developed yet, or it hadn't shown. I think it's there.
Yeah.
I think that it's something that can develop, hopefully sooner than later. But, with COVID and everything this year, not able to do the 7-on-7s, not able to practice like they normally can. And with Bideford being a new quarterback with new receivers, that's something that was valuable time that was missed.
Bideford's going to keep this one himself. Nice gain on second down, probably about 6 yards out to the 37-yard line. It's going to bring up, let's say, 3rd and 4 for the Tigers here as they're driving on their first possession here in the second half. But before we do that, we're going to take a timeout. That's a hydration timeout right here at West Monroe High School. We'll be right back. This is Neville Tiger football on the Neville Tiger Network.
From her start as a prosecutor in Monroe City Court, maintaining law and order in Northeast Louisiana's largest city, to serving as Monroe's chief legal advisor as its city attorney, Angie has the knowledge needed to ensure our courts are fair and accountable to the public. On November 3rd, please vote Angie Dios-Sturtevant for our next district judge.
Dr. Justin Tarver and his team at Tarver Dental can handle all of your general, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry services. Give them a call today to schedule your next appointment. 318-343-6006. All right, we're back here in the Family Solutions broadcast booth. Tigers facing a 3rd down and 4 here on their first offensive drive of the evening. Rebels open things up with a 73-yard drive to take the early lead, and the Tigers looking to answer. Going to hand that. Nope. Now West Monroe takes a timeout. Coming out of the timeout, it's like they were in the wrong spot. And we'll hold it. We'll hold it right here. Talk about this, and that's kind of interesting. You just come out of the hydration timeout, and the Rebels coaching staff obviously didn't like what they saw.
Yeah, they evidently were lined up wrong. And you hate to burn a timeout after having a free timeout like that. Could come back and haunt you here in this first half, towards the end, having to burn that time out there. But, you'd rather early on be lined up and try to, prevent a big play from happening when you can. So evidently the West Monroe defensive coordinators up top saw something that wasn't right. So this is a big play here. Neville's got to try to convert to keep this drive going here when it's 3rd and 4. This is a big play for the Neville offense.
Well, as the Tigers break their offensive huddle and come back out here, we'll see. They were the play before the timeout, they were looking to hand it to Bird. He's still the lone setback next to Batterford, but they've moved the receivers out to the opposite side of the field here. Going to bring Crawford back across the formation. And it's Bird. He gets pulled across the 40.
We'll see where they spot it.
They're going to spot it right on the 40. He's going to be about half a yard shy of the first down, and it's 4th and short here for the Tigers. And I don't know if they're going to switch out players or we're going to try to go tempo and go right here. It looks like they're going to try to maybe
draw them off sides or
run a play here.
Yeah, there they go.
And they didn't get the flag. They got what they wanted to. He drove across the 40. He wanted the flag. Now the Tigers are going to take a timeout. Coach Tannehill does not like that call.
Yeah, I don't know what the referee down here was looking at. He was obviously across the ball. It looks like to me it should have been a penalty there and would have converted. So we'll see what Coach Tannehill does here. He's going to have some time to talk about it. And, in my opinion, I think, early on in the game like this, you got to try to punt the ball and let your defense go out there and get a stop. And it looks like that's what he's going to do.
There's Reed back in the huddle right there. So we'll see. The Tigers almost had them a little first down.
Yeah, that would have been a big conversion there to move the chains and one, to take time off the clock and obviously to try to get points on the board. So it looks like he's going to come out and punt the ball here.
Yep, they're going to set things up. That's going to be Reed back there. Drew Jarrell in there to snap the football.
This is where you can change the game here with the punter and having a good punt, backing them up, hold them, and you can get the ball back where you had it here on this punt.
Snaps back, and there's a nice punt by William Reed. Going to be taken in around the 15-yard line, but the receiver's got some room down the far sideline. He cuts back across. Will Campbell giving chase. That's Javari Sanders, and he's going to be bowled out of bounds inside the 5. That's at the 4 by the punter, William Reed.
Looks like there's a flag on the play here.
Do we see a flag down
there?
there?
It's down on the far sideline.
There's a flag right around the 48, Neville 48-yard line. So we'll see if this is going to come back. So it looks like they're walking back.
Yeah, it looked like some guys got tangled up over there. Usually when that happens, a guy reverses field. It's either going to be holding or a block in the back. Now the White Hats bringing the Neville defense back. We'll see what happens here. Sideline warning.
A sideline warning. Yep. So not a penalty.
No.
So sideline warning there for the Rebels, and they're going to have the football on the 5-yard line. 1st and goal from the 5. And this is not starting out like the Tigers had hoped.
No, on that punt there, it was a great punt. It was almost too good.
Yeah.
Out-punted the coverage, and it looked like to me Neville did not get off the ball. They looked like they got blocked at the line of scrimmage.
There's a handoff to Howard again. He's fighting for yardage, and he's going to be in for the touchdown. So very quickly the Rebels have tacked on after the big return by Javari Sanders. A.J. Howard punches it in from 5 yards out. And the Tigers are in a hole here in the first quarter. Point after is waiting on it from Stagg here. Snaps down, the kick is up, and it is good. So, folks, 4:54 to go here in the first quarter. West Monroe darts out to a 14-0 lead over the Tigers. We'll be right back after these messages. This is Neville Tiger Football on the Neville Tiger Network.
I'm Dr. Scott Shelby with Family Solutions. When you hear the words Family Solutions, you may not know that we're a comprehensive, strength-based counseling and psychiatric clinic. Family Solutions provides psychiatric care, individual and couples therapy, child and adolescent counseling, psychological testing, medication management. We also provide occupational therapy, physical therapy, speech therapy, and ABA therapy in one convenient location. For more information on how we can help your family today, visit FamilySolutionsCounseling.org.
All right, we're back here at Rebel Stadium where the Rebels have jumped out to a 14-0 lead over the Neville Tigers. And, you know, Robert, Tigers hadn't had anything real good happen to them since the first half at Grambling last Thursday night.
That's right. You know, the opening drive West Monroe had, it was a well-executed drive on West Monroe's part. Drove the ball down there, got a score, and then, you know, here we let the punt team, they let us down or let Neville down and allowed the big return to the 3-yard line. You can't give West Monroe a short field, and it's 14-0. The good thing is it's early in the game. Neville can have a good return here, get the ball, go score some points. It's 14-7. You're right back in the game, and hopefully that's what Neville can do. They've got the weapons to create big plays, and one of them standing back there waiting to receive the ball.
There's the kick to Bird. He takes it at the 5, and he's out trying to cut field. A nice tackle there at the 22-yard line by Cade Pittard. And Cade, number 16, with a nice open field tackle, but a decent return there for the Tigers. So they're going to take over 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line.
Yeah, you got to have something good happen here on offense. Got to be able to run the ball on first down, and we've said this before. Batterford has got to be able to hook up with number 7, Gooden.
Well, the Tigers have been just unable to get any type of rhythm in that passing game. And if you allow that to where you become one-dimensional, West Monroe is going to be all over that.
That's right.
You've got to be able to mix it up just a little bit. And Allen will be back there next to Batterford here on first down. Batterford fakes the throw. He's going to run it up the middle, get about 3 yards on the play out to the 24. It's going to set up second down and 7.
Yeah, that looked like the called quarterback draw there. Got some good yardage on first down and creates a second long. This is when you got to be able to throw the ball down the field, loosen up the rush from the D-line and the linebackers on the run game and get them on their toes, and that'll open your run game back up a little bit.
Once again, Batterford up the middle. And as you look at that, I see the safety, Josh Cobbs, as they've got a safety keying on Batterford right there.
Yep.
Any on those read options, okay? You've got guys going with Allen, but they've seen that big play you've obviously on the film right there, and they've just got number 2 keying on Batterford as he gained a few on that play to bring up third down and 3.
Yeah, you can tell everybody's walked up. If they're not in the box, they're real close to the box. They're playing the run, and at some point, Neville's going to have to go down the field, and even if you don't hit it, you got to keep them honest.
There's a handoff to Allen, and he's going to have the first down across the 30 out to the 32-yard line, and that'll be a Mama DeLuca's Pizza first down. So the Tigers moving the chains.
Yeah, good run by Allen there. He's a strong running back, good tough kid. Got to put a drive together here. Looks like West Monroe's a little out of sorts defensively. Gooden is to the field down here and on a corner that is definitely a matchup.
Yeah, he's got man coverage there on the far side.
Yeah.
Once again, A.J. Allen this time to the left side, trying to get outside and trying to get out of a tackle, and he fights his way to get back to the line of scrimmage. He might have lost a yard on the play. Or no, they're going to say he gained a couple.
Yeah.
So get to that far side of the field. But this is one of those deals with West Monroe. They run so good sideline to sideline.
Yeah.
So you kind of got to hit them. If you hit them, you got to hit them, get a gap, and exploit it.
That's right. And you got to go north to south there. He tried to stretch it as far as he could. West Monroe strung it out and ran him out of bounds there for a short gain. But you got to get north and south. These running backs have to do it.
Batterford dropping back to pass. He has a man open.
There it is.
And he's got it. That's Dexter Robinson. Just a skinny post. He's going to be all the way down to the Rebel 16-yard line, and that should loosen up everything. And he hits him in a great recovery there by Zach Johnson for the Rebels to save a touchdown, but the Tigers strike with their first big play of the night.
Yeah, that's what Neville needed right there, and what a great throw by Batterford. He stayed in the pocket, had good protection, and threw a strike down the field where only his guy could catch it, and now they're right at the 20-yard line. Got to find a way to stick it in here.
Yeah,
gonna have to watch the play clock. We're down to 4 seconds.
They're gonna have to call a timeout there. And
Yep.
Coach Tannehill did not like the fact that he wanted to have that timeout. So with the timeout on the field, we'll take one too, folks. You're watching Neville versus West Monroe right here on the Neville Tiger Network.
Thank you, Neville coaches, staff, and teachers for taking care of our family.
Now let us at Shell Chiropractic take care of you.
When I see the crime statistics for our area, it hits me hard because I know I have the experience and knowledge to make a difference. I was an assistant district attorney under Jerry Jones and a defense attorney in my private practice, trying over 100 criminal trials in both state and federal court. For the first time in 30 years, you have the opportunity to elect your district attorney. Let's work together to create a safer place for our families and be the change we want to see in our community. I'm Menon Campbell, and I want to be the people's district attorney.
And we're back here, the Family Solutions broadcast booth. Allen has a run across the 15-yard line out to the Rebel, let's say 14. They had actually marked Robinson down at the 19, so that'll be a gain of about 6 on the play. It'll be second down and 4 for the Tigers. Tigers trying to keep the momentum going after the big play. Batterford hands it. Now he's looking to Allen. He makes a cut. Another cut. He's got first down yardage and a little bit more, and he's going to be inside the 10. Let's call it the 8-yard line, and that'll be first and goal for the Tigers. And that time, Robert, A.J.
he got
tried
north
to
and
get
south.
sideways, but he cut it upfield.
Yep. He stuck his foot in the ground and made something out of nothing there and got the first down. That's a huge play. Right here, you got to get creative. Good defense. Things get tight down here in the goal line. And, if it's me, I'm going to try to get Batterford out of the pocket and try to throw, giving the option to run or throw and obviously run first. If he can get yardage, do it.
This time Batterford's taking it up the middle. He's going to be taken down around the 6-yard line, gain of a couple on the play. As once again, key in there on Batterford. Not much going for him up the middle so far the night.
Yeah, against a West Monroe defense, when you get inside the 10-yard line, things get tough. You got to, like I said a minute ago, you got to get creative and try to put the ball in the end zone here.
Well, they're going to let the time roll out here in the first quarter. So while we switch ends of the field, we're going to take a quick break. Folks, you're watching Neville Tiger football right here on the Neville Tiger Network.
I'm Dr. Scott Shelby with Family Solutions. When you hear the words Family Solutions, you may not know that we're a comprehensive, strength-based counseling and psychiatric clinic. Family Solutions provides psychiatric care, individual and couples therapy, child and adolescent counseling, psychological testing, medication management. We also provide occupational therapy, physical therapy, speech therapy, and ABA therapy in one convenient location. For more information on how we can help your family today, visit FamilySolutionsCounseling.org.
Since 1977, if you thought barbecue in Monroe, you thought Podna's Barbecue, Louisiana's original barbecue joint. Stop by for dine-in or takeout today. That's Podna's Barbecue on Highway 165 in Monroe.
And we're back here as the teams have switched ends. Tigers driving here, trying to cut into this Rebel lead. The Rebels leading by the score of 14-0. As it says 4-0, but it's 14-0 up there. We're going to get that working. There it is. So Batterford here on second and goal from the Rebel 6. Hands it off to A.J. Allen. He waltzes into the end zone, and the Tigers are on the board.
Stuart, that's what West Monroe did to us the first play of the game. They were in the shotgun, ran the motion. What that motion does is it grabs the linebacker's eyes. Mm-hmm. It's movement in the backfield, and you hand it off up under it, and you see it parted like the Red Sea right there for the Neville running back. I believe that was Allen, and great play call. You got to get creative down here when things get tight.
Well, the Tigers needed a score and got one to open up the second quarter of play. As we await the extra point from William Reed, Tigers with the swinging gate. They bring everybody back into position. There's Reed. The kick is up. And it's good. So the Tigers cut the lead in half. West Monroe 14, Neville 7. You're watching Neville Tiger football on the Neville Tiger Network.
The used car giants are back, and they're crushing the competition, crushing high prices, and crushing bad credit. And they're bringing something even bigger. One-click online purchasing. Visit usedcargiants.com. Choose the car you want from CarTown's huge inventory and buy it with one click.
And we're back as you see the Tiger cheerleaders doing what they do best, leading the Tiger fans here on the old home side. You know, if you look across the way, and West Monroe opened their home side last year or a couple of years ago, and man, it's an impressive facility. Probably the largest facility, I believe, on campus in the state of Louisiana. It seats 13,500 on a non-COVID night.
Yeah, I'm looking across. It looks like a college stadium, and then you got the baseball facility just here to the north, I believe.
Yeah,
and it's like a small college.
It is. I mean, they've got everything kind of in-house over here at West Monroe. It's built a fine school here on this side of the river.
Yep.
So the Tigers ready to set to kick this one off. There's Reed kind of with a pop-up, and the ball is going to bounce and be taken in, hauled in.
Fair. It was.
They called a fair catch. Yeah. The up back called a fair catch. It went over his head.
He looked like a 7 and 8 year old girl softball when they say I got it, and it's not even close.
Big number 98, I believe.
That's right. But when you call a fair catch, no matter who it is, it kills the play.
That's right.
So there's no return. But he did what he's supposed to. He just misjudged a little bit of where it was going to end up.
And they're going to set this at the 21-yard line, I believe. And that's where the Rebels will take over with the Tigers. The Tiger defense needing to stop. First two drives, one nice drive and then one play 5-yard drive after the punt return.
The Neville offense going down and getting points right there puts them right back in the game. Your defense has got to step up right here, create a turnover or 3 and out, get your offense back on the field and tie this ball game up.
And there's a nice hit right there as the running back. Yeah, I believe that was 51 for the Tigers. That's Dexter Walker making an impact here early in this football game. No gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. Little late subs for the Tigers. Little under center this time. He's going to have it and pitch out. And the ball's on the ground. The Tigers have it. They do.
Yep.
That's going to be – let's see what's happening here on the replay as the pitch goes out. And the Tigers have it, but the far side referee is saying something that – let's see what happened. I mean, that's clearly a fumble. The ball was pitched backwards.
If that's 2 weeks in a row that Neville
that is a horrible call. How can that not be a fumble? The Tiger fans and coaches.
That is unbelievable.
Are they saying that was an incomplete pass maybe? 3rd and 10, and man, that's just can't get over that. We saw it clearly on the replay was a fumble. There's a hitch and go looking for a man on the sidelines. And that's broken up nicely by the Tiger defensive back. That's Zay Straughter, step for step with the intended receiver, Brett Norris, down the near sideline. And just great coverage right there.
Yeah, we've watched these Neville DBs compete in all 3 games that we've watched against Wassman, or 4 now, Leesville, and then the last week against Ruston, and except for the 4th and 46, obviously that we all would love to have back. But that was a perfect play by the defensive back. He pushed him to the sideline, turned and looked for the ball, and made a play on the ball at the last second.
A.J. Allen awaiting the punt here from the West Monroe punter. And it's away. Might have a chance for a return, but he just goes away from it. And that ball is going to bounce all alone around the 29-yard line. But the Tigers needed a stop. And they got a 3 and out. They had a fumble that wasn't called there from that far side. I still don't know.
It looked pretty obvious to me that it was a fumble. It looked like the referee on that side, he must have thought it was a forward pass because that's the only thing that you could do.
That you could have said because they didn't lose yardage.
He immediately spotted the ball when the ball hit the ground. I don't know. It looked pretty obvious to me that it was a pitch that was backward or a lateral. That it should have been Neville's ball there, but no way to stop the game and no replay, obviously, for the officials in high school football. It's unfortunate for Neville because instead of getting the ball on their 29-yard line, Neville would have had it there about the 25.
Deep. That's right.
West Monroe's 25.
Now this time Batterford looking to pass. They're going for the deep cross, and he just he cut off the route.
Yeah, I don't know if Gooden was supposed to run the go up the hash there or bend it in. A lot of times when it's cover 2, you tell the inside receiver if they're playing cover 2 safeties back, you bend it in. If it's single high safety, you run your track. And it looks like they had a little miscommunication there on where the receiver was supposed to end up.
Now 2nd and 10 here from the Tiger 28-yard line. This time, ball handed off there to Bird. He's kind of being patient, doing a nice job of running the football, and the Tigers pushing the pile down to the 35-yard line. Let's call it the 36 if they're going to spot it there. And that's going to be a nice run on 2nd down to set up a very manageable 3rd and 3.
Yeah, that's a big-time run there on 2nd and long to create a 3rd and short here that's like you said, is manageable for the offense to try to get the first down here and move the chains. We've got to get the first down, and if we can tie this game up, here, eat up some clock and go into halftime, that would be a win for the Neville team.
And they were going to blow this one dead.
Timeout.
Coach Tannehill wanted a timeout, didn't like what he saw. Big 3rd down here. So a timeout on the field. We're going to take one too. Folks, you're watching Neville versus West Monroe right here on the Neville Tiger Network.
Looking for a place to watch Neville Tiger athletics in a beautiful setting? Well, look no further. Catahoula's, located on beautiful Bayou Désert in Monroe, is your place. They are the official watch station of all things Neville Tiger Network. Go see Colby and the gang there at Catahoula's and enjoy some fine food and a great atmosphere. That's Catahoula's on Désert Street in Monroe. Having back trouble? Well, Dr. Scott Martinez at Martinez Chiropractic may be able to help you out. Why don't you give him and his friendly staff a call, 654-4310, to set up your next chiropractic appointment. Martinez Chiropractic is located at 1828 Tower Drive in Monroe. Scott Martinez is a former Neville Tiger and supports all of Neville athletes.
And we're back here in the Family Solutions broadcast booth. 3rd and 3 facing the Neville Tigers as they try to tie this football game up. That time Batterford takes it up the middle himself. He's going to be stopped short. He's going to be stopped short once again. Yeah. And the Tigers maybe are going to be forced to punt here. 9:37 to go. We are in the 2nd quarter of play.
Yeah, West Monroe linebackers there were keyed in on Batterford and shot the gap and made a big stop there on 3rd down. We'll see what the punt team can do this time. Hopefully the coverage will be a little bit better than
Reed
the last.
With another nice punt, and that ball is going to roll down inside the 10-yard line.
Great job.
And a much better job punting the football here tonight than we saw in the hurricane conditions last Thursday night at Grambling. So a great punt by William Reed. It's going to be downed inside the 10 at the 7-yard line of West Monroe.
Again, Stuart, the punt team is a crucial part of this team, or all football teams. You punt the ball there from the 30-yard line, and you back them up here to the, whether they're on the 6-yard line here. Neville's defense, you get a stop here, you can possibly get the ball here, on the other side of the 50-yard line and have good field position right here before half and try to put points up.
There's a handoff inside. It's going to be a decent gain, get him out of the back end, but Tigers still fighting for the football here. And there's hold on a second. There's one of the linemen from West Monroe just tossed one of our linemen out of the backside, but
right now it looks like maybe a little home cooking going on.
That run was out to the 13-yard line, but gain of about 6. It's going to be 2nd down and 4 for the Rebels. Once again, they hand it off, same play. They're pushing the pile forward. They're going to have another 1st down as C.J. Williams handling the load on the last 2 plays for the Rebels.
Yeah, West Monroe's offensive line is getting good push on those last 2 plays there, and got big Will Campbell entering the game here on this 1st down to try to slow that big push that West Monroe's been able to get the last couple of plays.
Little now in the shotgun. He gets by, and then Once again, that's a nice stop by the Tiger defense, just burying the Rebel running back. After a minimal game. Yeah, Hinton got in there as Williams was trying to do it to the opposite side, but a gain of about 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down and 8.
You know, Stuart, it looks like West Monroe has kind of decided that they're going to be a gun team here in this game. They started out, the last couple of games, they were under center most of the time.
There's another pitch, and he goes down back around the 15-yard line, and that was just a high pitch, and the running back just went to the ground. Williams just couldn't come up with it.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate play there for West Monroe. It backs them up to 3rd and long, and if you're the Neville defense, this is what you want them in. Is 3rd and long. 3rd and short against the West Monroe offense is tough to stop. 3rd and long, you have a chance to get off the field here. You're forcing them to do something that they don't really do, and that's throw the ball down the field a whole lot. So we'll see what Neville's defense can do here.
Little hands it off once again, and not much going on right there. The big defensive tackles for the Tigers. That's Anichi Sledge, number 62 on the stop. Lost a couple on the play, and it'll be actually 1 on the play, and it'll be 4th down and 13. The Rebels are going to be forced to punt.
And, Stuart, this is why when Neville punted the ball and had a great punt, backed them up, this is how you play football. It's field position. So West Monroe's going to punt it to Neville. Hopefully Neville can receive this ball, and you can see where our guy's standing. He's on the 45-yard line. So if he just catches it there, it's a short field.
Nice punt here as Allen backs up. Now he's going to take it, misses the first man, and then is brought down hard around the 36-yard line. And as the Tiger defense has kind of bowed its neck, let's see if we can't check in with our sideline reporter, Vince Burks. Vince, are you out there? The Tigers got themselves kind of back into this one.
Back to the punt. That thing had bounded and it was like a long roll. Allen actually caught it. You see that over his left shoulder? Absolutely.
After the big play to Robinson down, they got the Tigers any momentum back on the Tigers sideline.
Replay. It's on replay.
Okay. Let's do it has it right now.
All right, Vince. Thanks a lot, man. We'll check in with you later.
Stuart, it looks like West Monroe's got a guy down on their sideline. It looked like
that was a pretty fierce collision there.
He came untouched up the sideline and put a huge hit on Neville's.
On Allen.
Oh, yeah, on Allen. And I don't know, it little concerned right now. Looks like the medical staff is taking it,
Yeah, while we're in this timeout, this is an injury timeout. Let's take a quick break here, and we'll come back and update you on that young man's status. Folks, this is Neville Tiger Football on the Neville Tiger Network.
Dr. Justin Tarver and his team at Tarver Dental can handle all of your general, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry services. Give them a call today to schedule your next appointment. 318-343-6006.
Whether you're dining in or grabbing to go, at Nukes, we love to share great food. To delight with new flavors, to celebrate every bite. Join us at Nukes Eatery.
At Caples and Robinson Orthodontics, making beautiful smiles is our passion. Our doctors are Northeast Louisiana's trusted board-certified orthodontists, and they love helping our patients create the smile they've always wanted.
All right, we're back here in the Family Solutions broadcast booth, and that young man, I believe that was number 48, Jack DeBrule, that was up, but he was up under his own power, and that was good to see. So the Tigers are going to take over 1st down and 10. Batterford's going to roll out, and just outside of the hands of Cam Carter.
Yeah, just wasn't quite able to get his shoulders turned and squared up and make that throw. It's always harder on a quarterback that's a right-hander to roll to your left and square your shoulders up. And had a little pressure up the field by West Monroe's defensive end and had to kind of give some ground and always when you're a quarterback and you're out of the pocket, your first thing is to run the ball first. That's your first option. And Batterford had the receiver there, just got a little pressure and wasn't able to square his shoulders up and make a good throw.
Well, we're into the hydration timeout here, but we're going to keep it right here on the Neville Tiger Network. Just to remind everybody, there's so many ways to catch us live each and every Friday night. Actually, next week it'll be Thursday night as we travel to play the Franklin Parish Patriots. But when the Tigers are playing football, we're going to be on the air. You can watch us on our website, www.NevilleTigerNetwork.com. You can watch us on the apps with your Roku or Amazon Fire Stick. You can also check us out live on YouTube and Facebook. And if you can give us a like and a share there on the Neville Tiger Network on Facebook, we would really appreciate it. We've got a lot of cool stuff coming up and a lot of cool features in the works that we'll be sharing with you, not only for football, but all around the school there at 600 Forsyth Avenue. We thank everybody for joining us here this evening as we are in the second quarter of play. Tigers waiting to come out of this hydration timeout. Tigers looking at a 2nd down and 10 from their own 36-yard line.
Yeah, Neville needs a big play here. 5:58 left in the half. You go down and score here, tied up 14-14 here at Rebel Stadium at West Monroe, and you got one half to try to win coming out of halftime. So we'll see what they can do here.
Batterford hands it off. That's Bird up the right side. Short gain of about 3. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 7 for the Tigers.
Yep. What do you do here? What play do you call? This is a tough down and distance against a good Rebel defense. So somebody's going to have to come up with a play and convert this 1st down here. You don't want to have to punt the ball to the Rebels and allow them a chance to have another drive here just before halftime.
Batterford has the ball. He's looking to pass. Finds Gooden. Nice little look-in route right there across the sticks, across the 50. And that's going to be a Mama DeLuca's Pizza 1st down.
Yeah, just ran the little slant there to Gooden. He's a big target. They're playing zone, and he did a good job of settling in the zone. A lot of guys run through it, and as a quarterback, there's nothing worse. He did a good job of settling in the zone. Batterford did a good job of putting it on him there and converting there. That's a huge play for the Neville offense.
Another 1st and 10 for the Tigers. They're across midfield. This time a pitch out to A.J. Allen. Try to get him in space. Makes a move. Still on his feet. He's going to be close to a 1st down. We'll see where they spot it. He's across the 40 down to the 38-yard line. They're going to say, yes, that is a 1st down. Another Mama DeLuca's Pizza 1st down.
Stuart, I don't want to give him too much credit, A.J. Allen, but he looks like Adrian Peterson running the ball. When he gets downhill and gets his shoulder pads downhill, he is a strong, tough runner, and he runs very viciously.
Same number.
Yeah, and I know that's what it is.
All day.
Yeah, and obviously Adrian Peterson's a great back, but A.J. Allen, he looks a lot like him.
Batterford looking to pass, drops back across the deal. He's got a man. That's Cam Carter across the middle, breaks it through a 1st tackle, and he's down to around the 20-yard line. And that time you had kind of a stacked receivers as they both, as Cam ran the little post short, and then Gooden was
they cleared it out with Gooden and came up underneath it with 21, and again, playing zone, and Bradford was able to get the ball to him. That's the passing game that we've been looking for. That's the what Neville has been needing on offense. They can't rely on these 2 backs, especially as the season goes on. And they're going to have to create some weapons with these receivers.
Batterford's got the snap. He's going to hand it off. That's Bird. And he's going to get a couple. No, actually Allen.
That was Allen.
With a nice gain on 1st down. Where are they going to mark him down at? We'll see where they spot it. Like maybe a
couple of yard gain there.
Yeah, a couple there on 1st down. 2nd down and 8 as Lane Blue replaces Allen. And Tigers waiting to get the the play in here. Another nice drive put together by the Tigers. They kind of withstood a couple of 1-2 punch of the Rebels there earlier in the first quarter.
That's right. Well, it's
they're
kind
driving
of
again.
Kind of the home field shock. Next thing you know, you look up and it's 14-0.
There's Blue out across the 15-yard line with a nice run on second down, and they're going to mark him at the 15. It's just it just seems like that should be around the 13-yard line.
10 yards doesn't seem like that far until
you
start looking at it like this.
3rd and 5 here for the Tigers as they're trying to keep this drive alive. Batterford rolling out. He's going to avoid the first pressure. He's got a little time, and he's thrown it right into the hands of a Rebel defender as he tried to buy him some time, threw it behind him, across him, and he threw it to the guy, threw it to Crawford, and Crawford wasn't open.
Yeah, well, Batterford had pressure. He was trying to make a play. He did a great job avoiding the sack, getting outside the pocket, but as a young quarterback, you can't throw that ball right there.
Yeah.
And it's a learning experience for him, and he knows it. But you try to get positive yardage, stick your foot in the ground. You may not get the first down, but it's 4th and short. You go out and you get points with a field goal, and it's 14-10. Now, obviously, that's the learning experience for Batterford there.
Tried to force it into a window,
that's right.
and threw it behind his receiver. And if he had to throw it, he'd want to throw that towards the sideline so only his guy could get it.
That's right.
The Rebels take over. They've got the ball on the 10-yard line, and there's not much doing there as Little takes it away from the 10-yard line as we approach 2 minutes to go here in the first half of play. And the Rebel defense with forcing the turnover, turning the Tigers away. And the Tigers out of timeouts here, so the Rebels can –
looks like West Monroe is going to try to
milk this
clock
down there
as much as they can.
They don't have great field position, obviously, around the 12-yard line here. They're going to be snapping this one and try to go into halftime with a 14-7 lead. Now we have a timeout by West Monroe here. So the timeout on the field, we're going to take one too. 1:36 to go here in the half. You're watching Neville Tiger football right here on the Neville Tiger Network.
Tommy Hayes is running for district judge to restore confidence in our courts, keep our communities safe, be accountable to the public, and ensure fair and equal justice for all citizens. Tommy Hayes, the right vision for our courts, the right experience, the right choice as our next district judge.
The used car giants are bringing something massive to the Twin Cities. One-click online purchasing. Visit usedcargiants.com. Choose the car you want from CarTown's huge inventory and buy it with one click. CarTown, the used car giants.
Off of the timeout, and here's the replay from the play we missed on commercial break. Not much going on there, but 3rd down and a short 2 here for the Rebels as we approach a minute to go here in the first half.
Yeah, you stop them here, create a 4th down, and if it's me, I'm going to go try to block the punt. You got a chance to block the punt and score off a block punt.
Field position.
Or you block it and pick it up, scoop and score into the end zone, and we'll see what happens.
Little
here.
Trying to follow his fullback. I don't know if he's going to have enough to get it. He's inside the 20 at the 19.
Yeah,
and they're going to say they're going to give him the first down right there. So that's probably going to do it for the Tigers here in the first half of play. The Rebels may try to do get at least 1 or 2 plays here to end the half, but it looks like they're going into the old kneel formation as Little comes up under center. And the Rebels, after coming out, Robert, with a couple of big plays, or a nice drive to open up the game, and then a big punt return setting up the second score. to get 14. The Tigers battle back, have cut this lead in half, and then the turnover there at the end of the half. That's where we're going to sit here at halftime with West Monroe leading 14-7.
Got to be proud of the Neville defense and offense fighting back and keeping this a game at 14-7. Obviously, you know, definitely in this game coming out in the second half. It's going to be fun to watch.
Well, we got the Go Family Health halftime report coming up here after we take this break. We'll try to get some of the spirit groups for you here at halftime. We'll replay some of the highlights there from the first half of play and a whole lot more. Thanks for tuning in here with us. Your score, West Monroe 14, Neville 7. We'll be right back. This is Neville Tiger football right here on the Neville Tiger Network.
Stop into Central Station. We have many convenient locations ready for you. Stop in to rest, fill up on gas, and grab a great bite to eat. Central Station locations offer clean restrooms and easy access. Stop into Central Station today.
Since 1977, if you thought barbecue in Monroe, you thought Podna's Barbecue, Louisiana's original barbecue joint. Stop by for dine-in or takeout today. That's Podna's Barbecue on Highway 165 in Monroe.
The used car giants are back. And they're crushing the competition, crushing high prices, and crushing bad credit. And they're bringing something even bigger. One-click online purchasing. Visit usedcargiants.com. Choose the car you want from CarTown's huge inventory and buy it with one click.
If you're tired of all the normal pizza options in Northeast Louisiana, give Mama DeLuca's Pizza a try. Mama DeLuca's Pizza is located inside the Subway at the corner of Lammy and Armand in Monroe. Go see Mr. Steve and Miss Connie and give them a shot. Their pizza's really, really good. Take it from me, I've been eating it for the last few years. Steve and Connie are ardent supporters of Neville Athletics. Give them a try today.
I'm Christian Creed. Catherine and I have been your local injury attorneys for more than 20 years. At Creed & Creed, we don't use gimmicks. We value our community and the clients we serve. When you see a Creed & Creed ad, you know it's real. Real clients, real results, and no fine print. Don't be misled by out-of-town attorneys using dramatizations or paid testimonials. If you've been involved in an accident, call Creed & Creed today.
Having back trouble? Well, Dr. Scott Martinez at Martinez Chiropractic may be able to help you out. Why don't you give him and his friendly staff a call, 654-4310, to set up your next chiropractic appointment. Martinez Chiropractic is located at 1828 Tower Drive in Monroe. Scott Martinez is a former Neville Tiger and supports all of Neville athletes.
From her start as a prosecutor in Monroe City Court, maintaining law and order in Northeast Louisiana's largest city, to serving as Monroe's chief legal advisor as its city attorney, Angie has the knowledge needed to ensure our courts are fair and accountable to the public. On November 3rd, please vote Angie Dios-Sterling for our next district judge.
Looking for a place to watch Neville Tiger athletics in a beautiful setting? Well, look no further. Catahoula's, located on beautiful Bayou Désert in Monroe, is your place. They are the official watch station of all things Neville Tiger Network. Go see Colby and the gang there at Catahoula's and enjoy some fine food and a great atmosphere. That's Catahoula's on Désert Street in Monroe.
At Origin Bank, we know that customers have many choices when it comes to banking. We also know that customer service isn't just a department, it's an attitude. The Origin vision is to create unique banking experiences that impact the world around us. And that's why we don't just talk about customer service, we live it. It is our promise to you to treat every customer like the only customer every time. Stop by your local Origin Bank today and learn what it means to bank original.
Well, that mic is
Yeah, I got you. Hold on.
You got it, boss.
Let me just say, get back. You put it right here. Look.
I can hear it on my headset now. Yeah, it's like doing the wrong thing.
All right, welcome back into the Go Family Health halftime show. You see the Bingle Bells performing there for the home crowd. Doing a good job as usual. We'll just let them do their thing.
Yep, no need to commentate. Jingle bells. They're well known throughout Neville history.
Yeah. Award-winning Jingle bells.
Right. Well deserved.
So, right there, great job by the Bingle Bells as they do their thing coming off the field. It doesn't look like the Rebel Band is going to be performing here this evening. So, while we let them get off of there, let's go to some of the highlights here from the first half. We're going to play a few for you right here. Here, that was on that last one that we had right there. Anyway, we're going to work on that. We're going to work on that here as we're live here for the Go Family Health halftime show. Stuart Shelby and Robert Lane here in the Family Solutions broadcast booth, and as we kind of work our way down there, you think we have it? Do we think we have it? All right, let's try this replay going here. This is from earlier in the game. Just bear with us, folks. We're having a few little technical difficulties.
This isn't CBS.
Yeah,
2:30 SEC game. We're working on it.
Some stuff going on. Let's see if we can't. From the shotgun here. Little takes it himself, pulls it out of the belly of Williams, and has got a big gain across the 50 out to the 40. They hand it to Howard, and he has crossed the goal line to return this for the Tigers. He has to pick it up around the 3. He breaks a tackle, is going to get out to the 10. He's got a little bit of room, and he made something.
To handle them tonight best they can.
Another handoff there to Allen. He's got a little running room, and he loses the football, but a Tiger was there to cross. Will Campbell giving chase. That's Javari Sanders, and he's going to be bowled out of bounds.
Get off the ball. They look like they got blocked at the line of scrimmage.
There's a handoff to Howard again. He's fighting for yardage, and he's going to be in for the touchdown. So he's out trying to cut field. A nice tackle there at the side, and fights his way to get first down yardage. Hands it off. They do.
Yep.
That's going to be just can't get over that. We saw it clearly on the replay. Was a fumble. There's a hitch and go looking for a man on the sidelines, and that's broken up nicely. Hard line. This time, ball handed off there to Bird. He's kind of being patient, doing a nice job of running the football, and the Tigers pushing the pile down to the gets by, and then once again, that's a nice stop by the Tiger defense. Just
most of the time.
There's another pitch, and he goes down back around the 15-yard line, and that was just he's looking to pass. Finds good, nice little look-in route right there across. Batterford looking to pass, drops back across the deal. He's got a man. That's Cam Carter across the middle, breaks it through a first tackle, and he's down to around the 20-yard line. Going to avoid the first pressure. He's got a little time, and he's thrown it right into the hands of a Rebel defender as he tried to.
One-click online purchasing. Visit usedcargiants.com. Choose the car you want from CarTown's huge inventory and buy it with one click. CarTown.
All right, hope you enjoyed our little replay dance that we did. So that was the Rebel Raiders down there, and West Monroe has just so many students over here, 2,600 students here at West Monroe. But I know a lot of my wife's friends, who is a West Monroe graduate over here, their daughters are in, I believe, the Rebel Raiders here, and they've doing their thing right there. So we're in the Go Family Health halftime show live here in the Family Solutions broadcast booth. And what we're going to do right here, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to have stats from the first half, courtesy of my man Justin Yerger, and a whole lot more. So stay with us. You're watching Neville Tiger football on the Neville Tiger Network.
The used car giants are bringing something massive to the Twin Cities. One-click online purchasing. Visit usedcargiants.com. Choose the car you want from CarTown's huge inventory and buy it with one click. CarTown, the used car giants.
When I see the crime statistics for our area, it hits me hard because I know I have the experience and knowledge to make a difference. I was an assistant district attorney under Jerry Jones and a defense attorney in my private practice, trying over 100 criminal trials in both state and federal court. For the first time in 30 years, you have the opportunity to elect your district attorney. Let's work together to create a safer place for our families and be the change we want to see in our community. I'm Menon Campbell, and I want to be the people's district attorney.
Thank you, Neville coaches, staff, and teachers for taking care of our family.
Now let us at Shell Chiropractic take care of you.
Dr. Justin Tarver and his team at Tarver Dental can handle all of your general, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry services. Give them a call today to schedule your next appointment. 318-343-6006.
Tommy Hayes is running for district judge to restore confidence in our courts, keep our communities safe, be accountable to the public, and ensure fair and equal justice for all citizens. Tommy Hayes, the right vision for our courts, the right experience, the right choice as our next district judge.
At Caples and Robinson Orthodontics, making beautiful smiles is our passion. Our doctors are Northeast Louisiana's trusted board-certified orthodontists, and they love helping our patients create the smile they've always wanted.
This is not a dramatization or a paid testimonial. I'm Christian Creed, and let me tell you, car wrecks can wreck lives. As a former insurance adjuster and as a licensed accident investigator, I've handled hundreds of accident claims. If you or a loved one have been involved in a car accident, no matter how big or small, let me put my experience to work for you. Call Creed & Creed. We're serious attorneys for serious injuries.
We have inventory at Sparks Nissan Kia in Monroe, including huge lineups of popular new Nissan and Kia models, plus more pre-owned options from the best trade-ins. This means we can offer you more choices and competitive pricing. So let's make a deal. Shop the largest selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs, more than any other dealer in Northeast Louisiana, and put a spark in your drive today. Shop in person or online now at drivesparks.com.
Whether you're dining in or grabbing to go, at Nukes, we love to share great food, to delight with new flavors, to celebrate every bite. Join us at Nukes Eatery.
And we're back here at Rebel Stadium, where the Rebels of West Monroe lead the Tigers from Neville 14-7, and Robert, we were looking over the stats here of tonight's game, and they're kind of total offense. Neville leading in West Monroe in that category, 165-101. We're noting that first drive from West Monroe totaled 73 yards, and after that, not much doing for the Rebel offense.
Yeah, the Neville defense kind of woke up after that first drive. I think the difference in that half for West Monroe was the punt return. Obviously, William Reed made a terrific punt, and it was almost like we talked about. It was too good. West Monroe guy, returned it down to the 3-yard line, and West Monroe was obviously having a short field, and we're able to stick it in. They're not due to a long sustained drive, but due to a huge special teams play. So, something that special teams is so huge. We've talked about it. Being able to punt the ball and flip the field and play the field position game is huge. And Neville lost that on that play, and that's the difference in the game right now. You're looking at the stats. Number of plays, Neville has 25 to West Monroe's 21. Yards per play, Neville's got 6.6 yards. West Monroe's 4.8. So the defense has done what it's supposed to do. It's kind of like at Ruston. The defense did what it was supposed to do. The offense, turned the ball over and gave Ruston short fields. Tonight it's been the special teams for Neville, gave the West Monroe offense a short field, and they were able to capitalize. And then we also had the fumble that was not called as we saw it up here, and I think as all the fans saw it on the replay. It was an obvious fumble. They ran the option. The quarterback pitched it, and the ball was on the ground. I don't know what the referee over there was looking at, but obviously his call goes, and that was a chance for Neville to have a short field there. West Monroe ended up we held them, but they were able to punt the ball down the field and change the field position. So field position has been a huge key in that first half, and I think if you're a Neville fan, you got to be feeling pretty good right now, being 14-7 at halftime with a powerhouse like West Monroe here on their home turf. So coming out of halftime, Neville's offense gets the ball. They got to have some big plays and put points on the board, tie this thing up. I think Neville's defense is going to hold strong the second half.
Yeah, definitely do. Let's check in with Vince. How the Tigers just come back onto the field and they're getting the ball to start the second half. Your thoughts on how things are going down there?
I can't hear Vince. Hold on, Vince. Let's try you again here. There, Vince, you there?
Yeah, there you go. Go ahead. Good deal. Keep us updated down there, man. Doing a great job. All right, so, as we kind of welcome you back into the Family Solutions broadcast booth here for the second half of play. Tigers waiting for the Rebels to take the field.
Yes, sir.
That's Bird back deep to receive.
All right, go for you, Elias. Eagle, you keep that. Keep that shot right there, Eagle.
Up, guys. The West Monroe kickers, Luke Staggs, and he's taking it, walking things off, and a big first drive here for the Tigers. They get down there and have a nice drive here on this first drive of the second half to maybe tie this football game up. And here we go.
That's right. We got a game in the second half. It's going to be fun to watch. Got to protect the ball here. Get some positive yards. And
Bird's going to take this one, and it's brought him into the end zone. That should be a touchback. They're going to say he's down on the one.
That's not how you wanted to start the second half.
And our kicking game was, that it carried him into the end zone.
Yeah, but
that should be a touchback.
Yeah,
any part of the body gets into
the
end zone.
Yeah,
it should be a touchback the way this thing goes. But
special teams has been the key so far for West Monroe, and on that play it was nothing that they did.
A slick field and Bird slips down, and man. It's just been tough going for him on these kickoffs, and now the Tigers are going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 1. So let's see what they can do. If they can punch this ball out of the end zone, they're going to have to get some breathing room, not the start.
No.
The starting field position you wanted to start things here in the second half.
Looks like they got the mule train in to try to get some positive yards and push this thing out of the end zone so they can breathe a little bit.
They got it a little bit of breathing room, gained of about a yard, and they're going to have 2nd and 9 here from the 2.
Hey, this is where you can create big plays, though. Everybody's wadded up. It takes one missed tackle to go the distance. So we'll see what happens here.
So again, first man through. That's, I believe, Lane Blue gets it out across the 5. And, you know, you just work your way out of here. So you're across the 5-yard line. And now there's a official's timeout here.
Looks like West Monroe's got a man down.
And they do. They do. There is a young man. Let's see. That's 34 for the Rebels. That's Brock Harvey, one of their defensive linemen. And the Rebel staff is tending to him. But, you know, we look up, we get down out to about the 5 or 6 yard line, and now you're looking at 3rd and 5. A first down here for the Tigers would be huge, not only from maybe a momentum standpoint, but from a field position standpoint.
Yes, you got to try to get out of the end zone, even if you just are adding on to the punt and giving your punter room to punt. Will Reed has been hitting the ball good tonight. Again, tonight has been a field position game. And right here is a huge play for Neville's offense to try to convert and move the sticks and give them some breathing room going forward. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with having a 99-yard drive on the road against West Monroe.
Yep.
It can happen. So Neville's definitely got the players that can do it.
Well, and as we kind of await this injury timeout here, let's go through a few scores from around the area. OCS is leading Delhi 50-6 at halftime. Ruston was all over Woodlawn 36-6 in the second quarter. Let's see. Union Parish was leading Franklin Parish, our next week's opponent, 33-6. That was getting close to halftime. Oak Grove was leading St. Fred 7-6 at half. That's kind of a surprise right there. And there's a few right there. Wassman was trailing Northwood 7-6. So we bring you back to live action. Tigers set for a 3rd down and 5 from their own 5-yard line. Going to bring a man in motion. That's Crawford across the formation. They're going to let Batterford throw it out here. Low snap. Nope. Batterford takes it himself. He's broken out. He's got a little room out to the sideline. It looked like he might have gotten grabbed by the face mask as he went broken out. He's got a little room. And either way, but a nice job by Brett Batterford breaking a couple of tackles and getting out across the 15-yard line to get the Tigers a Mama DeLuca's Pizza first down.
Yeah, great job by Batterford. One, breaking that tackle there at the line of scrimmage, and then obviously getting enough for the first down to keep the drive going.
This pitch to Bird, trying to find some running room, and does off the left side out to the 24-yard line. He's going to be brought down about 3 yards short of let's call it 4 yards short, as there's another Rebel down on the field. And with that, let's take a quick timeout here. As I got a Rebel down. We'll be right back. You're watching Neville Tiger football on the Neville Tiger Network.
From her start as a prosecutor in Monroe City Court, maintaining law and order in Northeast Louisiana's largest city, to serving as Monroe's chief legal advisor as its city attorney, Angie has the knowledge needed to ensure our courts are fair and accountable to the public. On November 3rd, please vote Angie Dios-Sturdivant for our next district judge.
Well, the young man from West Monroe was able to get up and move off on his own power. The Tigers have come out and looking at a 2nd and 4 here from the 24-yard line, and that one's blown up in the backfield as Bird is dropped for a loss on the play. And it'll be down around the 21-yard line, and it's going to set up a 3rd down and 7. So that time the Rebel defensive lineman kind of broke through right there.
Yeah, that was just a one-on-one matchup, and number 90 there for West Monroe was able to win his matchup and make a play there in the backfield.
Don't have a 90 on our roster. There's Batterford. He's going to look to throw. He's got a man right there. Kind of got there maybe a little bit early, but no flag on the play. Threw it into double coverage, and Bill Aquarius Gooden's a little frustrated down there, and the Tigers are going to be forced to punt.
Yeah, good play by West Monroe's secondary there. Corner and the safety kind of got there at the same time. It was a good throw. Good defense there by West Monroe and their secondary.
So here's Reed ready to kick this thing off. Or actually punt it away, rather. There's the snap. And he's got it. Another nice punt down past the 30, and that's where it's going to go out of bounds at around the 29-yard line. So after a tough punting night last week, William Reed has really stepped up his game and delivered a couple of nice ones to kind of flip the field.
Yeah, great job tonight by Will Reed. Unfortunately, Bird slips down on the 1-yard line. Neville's offense did push the ball out. They got a 1st down, and that's what you want to try to do there. Now you flip the field. You put it back on your defense's shoulders, and they've got to get a stop here. Get the ball back to your offense here at midfield or so, and play the field position game.
Well, a deep eye here as Little's under center. There's the pitch out. They don't have the pitch man, and there's a running back loose there. Down, that's Williams with a nice gain there on 1st down out to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, the defensive backs there got caught with their eyes on the receivers, and defending that triple option is tough on those DBs. They're out there covering a guy, and they've got to see the pitch man coming and come up and make plays at the line of scrimmage. And West Monroe was able to get outside there and make a play.
Little again, and that time he's going to keep it himself. And the ball came out on the ground. Let's see who's got it.
Neville.
Did the Tigers say they have it? No, a Rebel got it. Let's see here on the replay as Little tries to get a little extra yards. The ball came. He tried to pitch it late, and then a Rebel came and fell on it around the 45-yard line of Neville, and it's going to be 2nd down and 3. So Rebels dodging a bullet there.
Yeah, they were fortunate there not to have a turnover. Same play that we had earlier that was obviously a fumble, and Neville recovered. That time West Monroe was there to recover the ball.
Tigers showing blitz. This time they're going to give it. Actually, that's Little that kept it as the dive was kind of stuffed, and it's going to be 3rd down and 1 for the Rebels at the Neville 43-yard line.
And if I had to bet, it's going to be under center, I formation, running the triple option.
Yeah,
you know what's coming.
Yeah, exactly.
There's 3 people you got to defend. It's the quarterback, it's the fullback, and the pitch guy, the running back.
The Tigers can do their job here, 3rd and 1, but needing to keep the Rebels out of the end zone at least on this drive. There's the dive. That give it to Howard, and he's going to have the 1st down by about a foot, I believe, as they're going to mark this at the 41-yard line. So that's going to move the chains. And the Rebels have a fresh set of downs.
Neville's defense is going to have to create a turnover or a huge stop right here as the ball's on the about the 40-yard line going in for West Monroe. It looks like they've kind of decided to eat up the clock and run the ball here and try to put points on the board. So Neville's defense got to hold firm.
Little from the shotgun. He's going to keep it himself, and he takes a lick there. That's from Hinton Roberts. And it's starting to get a little chippy down there on the field.
Yeah,
as there was an extra, little extra hit from both sides on that one.
Yeah, both teams are playing hard. It's going to be a fun half to watch.
No. As you look down there on the Neville defensive unit, Little getting the plays from his wristband. It's 2nd down and 9 here for the Rebels. And once again, Little takes it himself. The backside pursuit got him. He's past the 35 down to about the 34-yard line.
West Monroe's running the zone read right there, which is not in their normal repertoire. They've kind of just gone to that out of the shotgun. It's still the option. The quarterback was reading the end, and he pulled it. You could see it was the quarterback kind of had to jerk it out of the running back's hands there.
Yeah.
And, he was able to create positive yards. Looked like Neville had the running back bottled up. If he would have given it, it was going to be a tackle for a loss. So the quarterback for West Monroe did a good job of creating a positive play right there.
All right, well, we're up against a hydration break here in the 3rd quarter. West Monroe leading Neville 14-7. We'll be right back. This is Neville Tiger football on the Neville Tiger Network.
At Origin Bank, we know that customers have many choices when it comes to banking. We also know that customer service isn't just a department, it's an attitude. The Origin vision is to create unique banking experiences that impact the world around us. And that's why we don't just talk about customer service, we live it. It is our promise to you to treat every customer like the only customer every time. Stop by your local Origin Bank today and learn what it means to bank original.
Welcome back here to the Family Solutions broadcast booth. 3rd and 3 is what faces the West Monroe Rebels. The ball's on the Neville 34-yard line. Tiger defense ready to go. Time they're going to give it to Williams, and he runs right into the arms of the Tiger defensive line. Gains 1 on the play. It's going to bring up a 4th down situation for the Rebels. Let's see what they choose to do. Kind of maybe right at the edge of Stagg's field goal range.
I expect West Monroe to go for it here. Try to convert the 4th down. They're in kind of no man's land. Big play for the Neville defense here.
So a 4th and 2 here for the Rebels as they try to draw them off sides, and they actually jump from the far side. That was the tight end 90 that got moving a little bit, and that's going to back them up 5 yards, and it looks like the punter team is going to come out here for the Rebels.
Yeah, that's unfortunate there. Hopefully West Monroe had a play called, because if you jump off sides just to try to draw them off sides, you have nothing to do. So
you'll hear about that one tomorrow in film.
Yes. Usually you call the play just, hey, let's try to draw them off sides and call timeout. And so offensively, when you jump off sides on a play like that, it's unfortunate for the next day in film session.
So the Rebel punter, the Tiger defense, has come through, and he sends one that's going to bound into the end zone, and that's going to be a touchback for
Got a flag.
There is a flag on the play. That punter for the Rebels is Cole Brasher. And it flags right there around the 15-yard line.
Looks like maybe there was a little extracurricular activity. I don't know who they got it on.
We'll see what happens here as they're waving the flag off.
Okay.
So it might have been a little
I don't know.
Offsetting, but they're not going to do anything.
A late flag on a punt like that is
especially one that's going into the end zone.
Yeah, it's usually people tied up and don't know exactly what they saw.
So the Tigers' defense is held, and the offense takes over on their own 20, looking to inch closer to this West Monroe lead.
Defense did their job. In that last series, Neville's offense was backed up. And
that time they wanted to hand it off to Allen, and Batterford takes it himself. And he's going to get a couple, maybe just one there on the play, but the Rebel defense was there to snuff that out.
Again, field position is the key. like I said before that play, Neville was backed up. Offense did their job, flipped the field. Defense got the ball back to them. Offense has got to step up and have a long drive and score a touchdown.
Try to go across, and nothing doing there on the right side as A.J. Allen tries to move the football, and he's unable to do so. Really no gain, maybe a gain of 1 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 8. And, Bird's going to spell A.J. Allen. And here's kind of maybe a passing situation for the Tigers.
Yeah, you may try to take a shot here, try to hit a long ball up the sideline. They're going to have to hurry up here. There's 10 seconds left on the play clock, so they got to get going, get set.
Batterford looking. We're at 5. He's got the football. He goes back looking for play action, and he's lost the football. And he does pick it back up, but just no protection there. Both ends converged on Batterford and kind of lost the handle on it.
Yeah, and Jerry Arledge, he's been here forever. And his deal, when it's 3rd and long, you're going to see pressure. And what they're trying to do is force you to throw hot, and it looked like Neville didn't have that in their passing game just yet. And they brought more than what Neville could block, and they're on you before you even know it. And when you're looking at the receivers at the back of their heads and there's somebody coming, it's not a good feeling as a quarterback. So that's Arledge's defense there. It's 3rd and long. He's bringing pressure, and that's what he did there, and he creates havoc there in the backfield, and Neville's forced to punt.
Yeah, we've got a punt. There's a whistle as we blow it dead, and it looks like
play clock.
The play clock has expired, and we're going to back this up another 5 yards, or at least half the distance here. So delay a game against the Tigers, and now William Reed's feet are a little bit closer to the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
And not the drive you wanted to see for the Tiger offense after the defense stopped the Rebels.
No, Stuart, it's been the tale of 2 halves so far for the offense against Ruston and now here tonight.
Another decent punt is going to be taken by 11 around the 44-yard line. He's going to get a couple on the return. They're going to say he's out of bounds around the 43-yard line. That was Matt McAllister for the Rebels, and they're going to have good field position here at their own, or actually at the Tiger 43-yard line.
And, Stuart, it all goes back to the opening kickoff. When you have the ball on the 1-yard line and you get it out to the 12, 14 and punt it, it starts there. West Monroe had decent field position, although they went, Neville stopped them, punted them to the 20. Now West Monroe gets it on their side of the 50 here for their second drive in the second half.
Well, let's see if the Tiger defense can dial up another stop. Little is going to give it to the fullback, Howard. He's going to squirt his way out to the 35-yard line. They're going to say he's down at the 34.
Yeah,
it's going to be 2nd down and 3.
He's a good-looking kid. You watch him. I watched him on tape, and he stands out. Just he passes the eye test, and he's showing that tonight. He's a tough runner.
Second down and 3 for the Rebels. And they gave it again to Howard. He's got the first down out to around the 31-yard line. That's going to move the chains.
Starting to kind of see the old West Monroe of old here when they're under center and pounding it on you. It's tough on your defensive front to have to withstand the pressure that they put on you by just pounding the ball down the field with the run game. So see if the Neville D lineman can hold up here.
There's the pitch man out to the far sideline, tries to leap over a Tiger defender. He's going to be out of bounds.
Great execution there by West Monroe, running the option there. It's hard to defend. There's 3 plays in one that you got to defend. It's the dive, the quarterback run, and then obviously the pitch. And when you can execute the pitch like that, it's hard to stop.
Yeah, the late pitch there as Little was being tackled. Had Williams able to get down the sideline, and it's another first down for the Rebels. Ball's on the 14-yard line. Minute 30 to go here in the third quarter. That time Little's going to keep it. He's brought down by January for the Tigers. Gets it out to the 10-yard line, gain of about 4. It's going to set up second down and 6. So Tiger defense holding on here, trying to keep the Rebels out of the end zone.
You got to create a turnover right here. It can happen. There's a lot of movement with that ball in this veer package, so it takes one person getting their hand on the ball.
A nice shot there. As we see this here, I think that was Lane Blue that came in there and met him in the hole, and Howard slid by him down inside the 10 to about the 7-yard line, and it's going to be third down and 3 from right there.
It'd be huge if Neville can get out of here without
and Little's going to call a timeout
without giving up points. This is a big play in the game going in here to 23 seconds left in the third quarter.
Yep. And it's a big third down, but there's a timeout on the field, so we'll take one too. Folks, you're watching Neville Tiger football right here on the Neville Tiger Network.
If you're tired of all the normal pizza options in Northeast Louisiana, give Mama DeLuca's Pizza a try. Mama DeLuca's Pizza is located inside the Subway at the corner of Lammy and Armand in Monroe. Go see Mr. Steve and Miss Connie and give them a shot. Their pizza's really, really good. Take it from me. I've been eating it for the last few years. Steve and Connie are ardent supporters of Neville Athletics. Give them a try today.
And we're back here in the Family Solutions broadcast booth. Stuart Shelby, Robert Lane bringing you the action tonight. The Neville Tigers facing the West Monroe Rebels. And we just saw Mama DeLuca's right there. Thanks to Steve for bringing us some food, some cookies and pizza up here to the Family Solutions broadcast booth. Here's Lane Little on 3rd and 3. He's going to pitch it out to Williams, and he's going to be stopped short, I believe, of the first down. About no gain on the play as we see this replay. I think that was 8. Myron Elam doing a nice job of forcing that play out of bounds on the far side. So
got to be smart here on defense. You can't jump off sides.
Yep. 4th and goal from less than 5 yards, but we're from the 7. Here's Stagg is going to try a 24-yard field goal from the right hash. Here's the snap. The kick is down. The kick is up. And it is good. So West Monroe tacks on 3. The Tiger defense did keep him out of the end zone, but West Monroe takes a 17-7 lead with 12 seconds to go in the third quarter. We'll be right back. This is Tiger football on the Neville Tiger Network.
Thank you, Neville coaches, staff, and teachers for taking care of our family.
Now let us at Shell Chiropractic take care of you.
All right, we're back here at West Monroe High School, Don Show's Field. Stuart Shelby, Robert Lane bringing you the action here from the Family Solutions broadcast booth. And West Monroe just tacked on 3 more to their lead. They now lead by 10. And Robert, the Tiger offense in the second half last week and the second half this week just has yet to be unable or yet to find anything to get it going here. And hoping that will change here on this drive.
Yeah, they've got to get something going here if they want to try to stay in it. You know, you don't have much time left. Starting the fourth quarter here in 12 seconds, and if you're the Neville defense, you got to feel good with a win there. You know, only giving up 3 points.
And that one got into the end zone, so nothing bad can happen on that one right there. That'll be a touchback, and the Tigers will take over on their own 20.
Yeah, special teams and field position has been the key for tonight, and Neville has not won the special teams battle, and that's been the difference in the game, and that's kind of what allowed West Monroe to get 3 points there. You know, the start of the second half, you know, having the ball on the 1 yard line, starting from the 1 is a field position issue, and it takes a couple of drives, but West Monroe gets the ball on their side of the 50, and they're able to have a long drive, take time off the clock, and get 3 points.
The Tigers with their third possession of the second half. That time, try to give it to Bird, and man, I mean, Rebels have made an adjustment that the Tigers have not been able to grasp so far here in the second half, and that's going to be the last play of the third quarter. So, folks, after 3 periods of play, West Monroe leads Neville by the score of 17-7. We'll be right back for the final quarter of tonight's football game. This is Neville Tiger Football on the Neville Tiger Network.
Stop into Central Station. We have many convenient locations ready for you. Stop in to rest, fill up on gas, and grab a great bite to eat. Central Station locations offer clean restrooms and easy access. Stop into Central Station today.
I'm Christian Creed. Catherine and I have been your local injury attorneys for more than 20 years. At Creed & Creed, we don't use gimmicks. We value our community and the clients we serve. When you see a Creed & Creed ad, you know it's real. Real clients, real results, and no fine print. Don't be misled by out-of-town attorneys using dramatizations or paid testimonials. If you've been involved in an accident, call Creed & Creed today.
Looking for a place to watch Neville Tiger Athletics in a beautiful setting? Well, look no further. Catahoula's, located on beautiful Bayou Désert in Monroe, is your place. They are the official.
And we're back here to start the fourth quarter of play. Neville facing a 2nd and 12 here, looking down the field. Batterford looking for a little running room, and he's got it out across the 25 to the 30, and he's going to be close to first down yardage as he scrambles, avoiding the pressure there from the Rebels. And let's see, they're going to say, yes, that is a first down, and a nice job by Batterford of using his legs to get the Tigers a fresh set here. First down and 10 now from the Rebel 30, or actually the Tiger 30-yard line.
Yeah, good job by Batterford there, escaping the rush and creating a positive play and getting the first down and moving the chains. Neville needed something positive to happen on offense, so hopefully that play can get them going.
Rebels backing off here from the blitz. It's Allen trying to get to the corner. He's going to turn it upfield and out to about the 35-yard line is Allen. So a gain of 5 there on first down. Is nice job by Sellers of not allowing him to really turn upfield, but a nice gain on first down nonetheless.
Yeah, Neville's got to open it up here on this drive, Stuart. You know, possibly, 2 more possessions if they score here. So, Neville needs to open it up and throw it all at them and try to make a big play.
There's Allen. For not much there as that kind of hole collapses. He might have gotten 1 on the play.
Yeah, number 90 has showed up here in the second half. We don't have him on the roster. I'm sure he's changed numbers or something like that, but he has definitely showed up here in the second half and causing some problems for the Neville offense in the backfield.
Yeah, third down and a long 4 here for the Tigers as they're trying to put together a drive here. Not much has been doing for him up the middle of the field here in the second half. Batterford looks, throws out to Ben Crawford, and he's got the first down and about a yard or 2 more. Has a nice job of really going to that little short, go to the sticks and get the first down. And Crawford with his sure hands hauled that one in, and the Tigers have another first down. Those first downs brought to you, as they are every Friday night, by Mama DeLuca's Pizza.
Yeah, Batterford did a good job there, just throwing the quick game, making a good catchable ball for the receiver, Crawford, and he did a good job catching the ball with his hands and getting up the field and getting the first down.
Batterford looking over, hands it off to Allen. He's trying to fight for yards upfield, and A nice tackle there on the far side by number 50. That's Ernest Johnson. Or actually, Ethan, I think that's Ernest Johnson. He's number 50 on the defense. So they're going to say a short gain here. Or where are they going to spot the football? Right at the line of scrimmage? Or is there a flag on the play?
Looks like a flag.
What did they? An unsportsmanlike penalty against Neville?
They may have called that against Will Campbell. He drove his guy into the West Monroe bench, but it didn't look like it was late. I mean, he was just blocking to the whistle. Again, though, on the West Monroe sideline.
Excessive blocking.
Yeah.
That's going to back them up 15.
Yeah.
And they're going to say after a dead ball, so that keeps it at second down. So now we're looking at second down and 25 from our own 27-yard line.
Going to have a big play just to get the first down here.
And that Batterford, there's a flag dropped down. Batterford's broken out of the pocket, gets a positive yardage, but that one's back in around the 22-yard line, and that's probably going to be a hold against the Tigers, and that's the early indication. So Tigers getting a little momentum and then shooting themselves in the foot here. It hadn't been a lot of penalties here so far in this game, but here they start popping up, and they're backing them up another 10 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and 35.
We saw this last week. We happen to be on the bad end of the deal.
Yeah.
So maybe
but it's
we can.
Possible.
But it is very possible. It was 4th and 46, and Ruston converted with a huge touchdown.
Well,
so
you mentioned it earlier. Coach Arledge, the defensive coordinator for years and years and years, as they keep adding some more yardage to this. It's supposed to get down. They didn't add any more. They dropped it at the 22.
Yeah.
And now we're back to the 12. So we got to get to the West Monroe 48, and we're at the 12. So a little quick math, that's 40 yards. 2nd and 40 over there, as if our little counter will go that long. So, and we talked about field position. Now we're looking at just field position is key. They got to try to get maybe half of this to where a punt's going to do them some good. That's a direct snap. That to Bird, and he's got some positive yardage out past the 20 to the 21-yard line. And that's going to help a little. But we're still looking at about 32 yards to go here on 3rd down.
Yeah, and you got to try to convert here. I mean, there's no running it and playing the field position game now. You're behind, and it's only 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. So you got to get a first down here. You're 2 scores behind, 10 points down. So you got to try to convert and get this first down. It's a big play.
Batterford looking to pass. Throws it to the short crossing man. That's Robinson, and he gets out to the 29, but that's not anywhere close to being the yardage needed for the first down, and the Tigers are going to be forced to punt. And this time that's Ayers Burkhalter back there, and I don't know if something's going on with William Reed. He doesn't look like there's anything going, but Burkhalter's in there to punt it away here, and kind of surprising after William Reed. Maybe he's having a little something going on after the way he's punted the ball tonight. Burkhalter gets off a nice punt, and it's going to go down and no, they've called it dead. They've called it dead. And they've blown it dead at the 32. There's going to be a lot of the whistles blown. And I didn't know if he called for the fair catch as he was running after the football, but normally you don't see that. Let's see if we can get
I was watching
the replay.
Watching the ball, and it looked like he was just going to let it go. came and picked it up, and it looks like the referees tonight.
They blew the whistle there on the sideline.
Well,
because everybody's ready to tackle him, and then they stopped.
Yeah.
So that meant that had to have been a whistle on the field right there. And that's still and Coach Tannehill was like, why was there a whistle? There wasn't a fair catch because that gave them about 5 yards of field position as they had 4 Tigers ready to tackle.
And if he fair catches it and he
returner,
touches the ball, it's an
McAllister.
illegal touching because the ball could continue to go. And again, it's good field position for West Monroe. It should have.
So here's West Monroe. First play is a pitch, and we've got a nice job there, and that's going to be a block in the back.
Yeah.
As I believe that's the right side. That's number 9 there for the Tiger. That's a block in the back there on 1. And that's Kareem Moore coming up to make the stop. A loss on the play. They're going to spot the football at around the 18 or the 28-yard line.
Yeah, and Stuart, back to the punt. If the receiver fair catches the ball, lets it bounce, and then touches the ball, that should be illegal touching. Is that correct?
Yes.
And because
no, he can touch it. He can touch it on the fair catch.
After it hits the ground.
After it hits the ground, no. Wait a second. They're marking this against Neville.
What in?
A face mask.
Oh, man.
What we thought was going to be a block in the back is a face mask against Neville. And you might have had more on the tackle, might have grabbed the face mask there at the end, but he was pushed into him from behind. Anyway, 1st and 10 for the Rebels at the 44-yard line. And just the breaks are not going in the Tigers' favor here. They're going to give the ball, first man through, that's 1. Howard is going to fight for a couple out to the 47-yard line, and it'll be 2nd down and 7.
It would be huge right here to create a turnover, a scoop and score by the Neville defense and make this game 17-14.
Yep. And we're still sitting here with a 17-7 lead to the Rebels, but that clock is inching, and we're under 7 minutes to go in this football game, and West Monroe's milking every second they can. And if they can keep running the football and getting first downs, it's going to not leave the Tigers with a lot of time. And that time the pressure converged on Little as that's Sledge again on the stop.
And look, if you're a Neville fan, you've got to be impressed with Neville's defense. Against Ruston and tonight here against West Monroe, 2 5A powerhouses. Yeah. And West Monroe has 17 points. With one of their scores, their touchdowns coming on a punt return down to the 3-yard line.
Yeah. So I am been impressed with the Tiger defense. Conversely, as we've come up on the 6-minute timeout, the hydration timeout here at Rebel Stadium. But conversely, the offense needs to be getting in gear here in Game 3. Well, folks, we're going to take a quick timeout as well. We've reached the hydration timeout here in the 4th quarter. West Monroe leading this one 17-7. You're watching Neville Tiger football on the Neville Tiger Network.
I'm Dr. Scott Shelby with Family Solutions. When you hear the words Family Solutions, you may not know that we're a comprehensive, strength-based counseling and psychiatric clinic. Family Solutions provides psychiatric care, individual and couples therapy, child and adolescent counseling, psychological testing, medication management. We also provide occupational therapy, physical therapy, speech therapy, and ABA therapy in one convenient location. For more information on how we can help your family today, visit FamilySolutionsCounseling.org.
And we're back. Coach Jeff Tannehill still discussing a few things with the official there, but it's a 3rd down and 7 facing the Neville Tiger defense as Little does the pitch on the reverse, and they've got it.
Yep.
The Tigers weren't ready for that. Big gain there for the Rebels as they pitch it back. I believe that's Tanner Young. And a nice play call there by the West Monroe offensive staff as they were looking to run the option. and come back the other way, and the Tigers weren't ready for it.
Yeah, that was very creative by the offensive coordinator at West Monroe, and a very well-executed play.
Yeah.
A little trickery there to create a big play and get a first down and take time off the clock. Neville had the option defended there.
Yeah.
Slipped the guy in, the motioned the receiver in, and brought him
the
there
defensive back
for the
didn't
reverse.
go with him.
Yeah.
And
well, they're playing zone, and your eyes go with the flow, and the backside it was obviously following the ball on the option.
First down and 10 for the Rebels from the Tiger 28. This time Little gets
he's going to feel that one tomorrow.
There from Hinton Roberts, and it looks like his shoulder is just fine as he put a lick on the West Monroe quarterback, Little. Gain of 1 on the play, and it's 2nd and 9, and this right now is when the Tigers need to try to still keep this within 2 scores. I mean, a field goal is all you maybe want to give up if you give up anything.
Yeah, you definitely obviously for Neville, a turnover and a scoop and score is what's needed here.
Just what the doctor
and then an onside kick with to get the ball back in your offense's hands.
There's again Little on the keeper trying to pull him forward as the offensive line. He's going to go for about 3 yards as they're going to stop the clock here. The Tigers are going to take a timeout. Here's they going to spot it right at the 21-yard line. And we'll keep it right here as the Tigers talk this one over. A big third down play here, not only from a field position standpoint, but from a clock standpoint, as they're going to put just right at about 5 minutes and 3 seconds to go in this football game. And the Tigers don't have time on their side. They need a stop and a score, a quick score, to get back in this football game. And, as watching this Tiger offense, one thing I have been surprised is, here in week 3, we've had a scrimmage in 3 weeks, but still really not opening up that passing game like we could. We've got some big-time receivers there on the end, but just really not being able to kind of gel just yet.
Well, and tonight we've seen spurts of it, which is good to see, because the first 2 games it was pretty much non-existent. And tonight, Batterford has had some plays in the pocket. He's made some good throws. So, hopefully he's going to become more comfortable in the pocket. And these receivers are going to be able to they're getting more reps in practice, and hopefully it'll come together just in time for the playoffs.
Well, Little under center on the third down play, 3rd and 3, and he's going to break through, and he's going to score. Couple of missed tackles, and they finally got him. Here's the replay. Little comes through, and the defensive back was confused, and Little slips right by him, and the Rebels have tacked on 6 more here.
Yeah, and that's what West Monroe does to you. They wear you down. The second half, they obviously went in and said, we're going to pound the ball. We're going to go back to what we are good at, and that's being under center in the I formation, running the option. And that's what they've done, and they've worn down Neville's defense. And when your defense is out on the field for most of the second half, it's tough to stop them.
Staggs' extra point is good, and we're going to go to break. West Monroe extending their lead. It's 24-7 over the Tigers. You're watching Neville Tiger football on the Neville Tiger Network.
The used car giants are bringing something massive to the Twin Cities. One-click online purchasing. Visit usedcargiants.com. Choose the car you want from CarTown's huge inventory and buy it with one click. CarTown, the used car giants.
And we're back here in the Family Solutions broadcast booth, and just another second half that hadn't gone the Tigers' way, Robert.
Yeah, offensively, they're going to have to make some adjustments. You almost need to practice with a mindset of being in the second half.
Yeah.
Offensively, I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it, but Neville's offense is got to do better in the second half. It
moving
showed
the football.
Yeah,
it showed at Ruston, and it showed here this evening.
You can't leave your defense out on the field for this long in the second half, especially against a powerhouse like West Monroe that dresses out, probably over 100 players,
There's the kickoff from Stagg. That's going to come up. Bird's going to take it around his 8-yard line. He's got a hole up the middle. And a nice return here from Demetrius Bird out to about the Neville 45-yard line. And the Tigers at least with some good field position to start this drive, but they're going to have to score quick here, Robert.
Yeah, we're going to have to definitely put the ball in the end zone pretty quick and try to onside kick it and get the ball. It's just we're up against a race against time here, Stuart, and being down 24-7. If the defense could have gotten a stop there, there's still a fighting chance. But Neville's offense needs to come out and show some positive yards and try to put a score on the board here late in this game.
Well, Tiger offense trots back out, needing some quick scores. We'll see if they can't get that passing attack going here. Batterford drops back to pass under pressure. He's going to tuck it himself. Nobody open down the field for him to throw to.
I like seeing Batterford stick it up in there. He could easily run out of bounds there, but he's fighting and competing. That's fun to see out of a young, tough quarterback like Batterford. It's going to be fun to watch him develop.
Oh, gain of 2 there on the play. 2nd down and 8 here for the Tigers. Batterford looking to throw. He's going to throw it out and just couldn't step into that one and looking for Ben Crawford.
You're going to have West Monroe on a roughing the passer there. Batterford had that ball out of his hand and looks like the West Monroe defensive end put a pretty good hit on Batterford there, and it's going to be a first down for Neville.
So we've got a penalty, as you said there, and that's going to move it across the 50 down to the Rebel 38-yard line. Tigers having to move quick here. They're going to try the draw there, and the Rebels weren't fooled as Bird the Tiger running backs have not had any running room in the second half of the last 2 games. I don't know what's going on.
I don't either. I don't think it's necessarily making adjustments in the second, at halftime for the defense. I think it's just being outplayed in the second half. Yeah, especially against a Ruston and a West Monroe.
Get a long throw looking for Robinson, and it's just overthrown. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 10.
There's a difference between having 800 students and 2,500 students. You got more to choose from, and that starts to show up in the second half of these games. When West Monroe's, I see them, they're running in another defensive lineman now that looked just like the other one that just ran out of there. So they got fresh legs, and it starts to show in the second half. And I think that's kind of what's happened against Ruston and then now against West Monroe. You see it take over in the second half.
Yeah, 3rd and 10 here coming up. There's Batterford eludes the rush. He's got to get rid of it. He throws it out of bounds, and there was a receiver in the area, so that's not going to be.
Neville receivers quit. They saw pressure, and I was watching them. Both of them just were standing there. They've got to be on the move. When they see the quarterback get out of the pocket, they've got to go to where he's going and give him a target. Batterford's back there running for his life, and we got to have a little more effort out of our receivers right there on that play.
Yeah, so here we go with 4th and 10 for the Tigers. Batterford drops back to pass. They get Gooden in the middle, and he had the lane, and he cut back against it. So that was just one of those plays. If he had just done how it was designed, he had the whole middle of the field, and he made an extra cut.
Yeah.
And the Tigers are going to turn the ball over on down.
Yeah, he had the offensive line. It was perfect timing. If he goes in off the backsides of the offensive lineman there's nothing but greenery in the middle of the field. He may have scored. But he was getting north and south trying to get the first down. But it was a positive pass play for Neville. And which is good to see.
Something you can see, and you got to tell Gooden right there to follow that play. He had the blocker. He kind of ran into who was blocking for him right there.
Right. But, again, we hadn't had a whole lot of practice at that, so I am impressed. We've gotten some good completions. Now it's got a lot of room to get better. But the passing game has definitely shown some spark tonight.
And there's a whistle, delay a game there against the Rebels. That's going to back them up 5 yards right there. But, the Tigers were hanging tough here and in this football game, but, field position and special teams just gave the Rebels some easier scores than normal. And as it looks right now, it's just not going to go the Tigers' way tonight. A fumble on the play, and Hinton Roberts picks it up, and another whistle stops this football. The ball comes out there. We watched it on the replay. Another fumble blown dead with a quick whistle. And Coach Tannehill is beside himself.
Yeah, we need to see this on the replay because this would be number 2.
I saw it on the replay. If we can maybe pull that back up. I wonder if we can pull up that last replay on the replay deal. It looked like the ball was already behind him. Yeah. So good job there by my man Will Anders doing there. And now we're moving the football forward. They're going to have a flag on Tannehill for arguing the call. Well, and you got to know his frustration because this keeps happening to the Tigers.
It was time for Tannehill to argue. The penalty, you don't want to get it, but it's definitely needed. The referees tonight have missed 2 crucial
obvious
fumbles. Yeah, it's very obvious, and the unfortunate thing in the NFL and college, we're able to go to replay, and obviously not able to do that here for high school, but. The first fumble was a huge play in the game in the first half. That changes the field position. We go back to that, and it changes the momentum of the game. And then here we are again, and we saw it against Ruston.
Yeah.
So we got to give the
one against Ruston that was missed and blown dead huge. It would have won the game.
Yeah. And I guess we can blame it on COVID with the referees too, but it's been obvious tonight.
But there's been a lot of quick whistles. One thing I have known is a lot of quick whistles here.
Yeah.
And that way, anyway, here's West Monroe with a 1st and 10. Little taking it himself out to the 50-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 6.
And, we can complain about calls all you want. That's part of the game. As an offense and as a defense, you got to be 100% and on special teams on what you can control. And tonight, Neville has not been 100% on what they can control, especially on special teams, and that's kind of been the deciding factor of the game. But you do hate to see, 2 bad calls like that, especially big plays being fumbles. You're talking about turnovers. That could really change the complexion of the game, be missed, and being very obvious too. That's the bad part.
There's the Little again going to take it himself, and he just goes down after getting the 1st down. And as the clock stopped around 2 minutes to go, and that's probably going to do it. Another 1st down. The Tigers have 2 timeouts, I believe, remaining here, but I don't see them using this. And we'll see if the Rebels are going to go into victory formation here. And, Robert, the Tigers fallen to 1 and 2 here. Really thought after that first game against Leesville that we might have a little bit more off. But we're going into the 2-5A and some of the 2 top teams in 5A here. And like you said, the defense has held its own. The offense needs to kind of be brought along a little bit. And that's the things that stand out to me.
Yeah, no doubt. And a lot of that can due to COVID
Yeah.
and not having practice time, offenses are always behind the defensive ball. Defensive guys, you say, hey, you line up in this gap and you play this gap and go to the ball. Offense is a lot harder to coach because you got a lot of moving parts and a lot of people have to be on the same page. And so hopefully it's going to take some time. We did see some improvement offensively in the passing game. We know that we have 2 good running backs, and we've been having to play against 2 5A defenses.
Exactly.
I mean, and not just two 5A defenses, but highly ranked in 5A. So it's going to be fun to get back into the 4A, which that's where we're supposed to be playing.
And next Thursday night we'll be at Franklin Parish, and next Thursday night we're at Franklin Parish, and we hopefully. You need maybe one of those games to get your offense back in order. But this is going to be a final score here from West Monroe. West Monroe wins this one 24-7, and the streak continues. 25 straight years without a victory against the Rebels, and they've got that as we move into the Martinez Chiropractic post-game show here as we work on getting – look, and one of the Rebel Tigers has got a Tiger that they're out and kicking it around the 45, 35-yard line. So that's not much sportsmanship going on at the end of this football game, except maybe from the coaches there. And we're going to look to check in.
The good thing is Neville still leads the series.
Yeah, they do.
The all-time series.
They do, but really – hate to see something like that at the end of a football game.
Yeah, that's not much class there.
So, really, final stats for the night. West Monroe, 251 yards of total offense. The Neville's 217. We had 98 yards through the air. West Monroe with only 38 yards through the air. West Monroe, 213 yards rushing. That was really the tail of the tape right there for everything. And special teams were a killer to get, to say it bluntly, for the Tigers early, and then West Monroe running attack just kind of kept going. And as we await Coach Tannehill to get his post-game duties down there. He's talking with Frank Nettles on the radio crew, and we're waiting for Vince to come down there. Vince, just stay with us here, and let's catch Coach Tannehill here after he gets done with that one. Just a couple of questions, and we'll move on here as we're in post-game here as we wait on our post-game interview with Coach Tannehill. Robert, as we go through this one, 23-7, not the way we wanted to end it, but you're right. We're getting over going over to Franklin Parish next week, and that might be just what the Tigers need to kind of get in that offensive flow.
Yeah, no doubt. Again, the last 2 weeks we've played 2 highly ranked 2 5A football teams. So now we get to go to Franklin Parish. We're back on 4A football and go in there, and the defense obviously has proved that they can play with just about anybody. So hopefully against Franklin Parish we can put up some points and get back on track.
Yeah, as we still await Coach Tannehill down there, we will be kind of getting a few quick comments here in the Martinez Chiropractic post-game show, and as we wrap things up here from Rebel Stadium. And there we go. We've got Coach Tannehill down on Vince Park.
They did, Frank. We showed some brightness there. Well, let's close out this one, guys. We'll see you at Franklin. We'll just take pause and then we'll be welcome there. We're open. Gentlemen, it's a pleasure to be with you, Frank. Frank, you did a job down the field. Frank had on black shirt.
Good job, Vince.
Turn over, battery light, crank out, broken plan over there.
All right, we close right now, guys. We'll see you next week. Have a great weekend. Good night.
All right, thanks, Vince Burke, as always, for handling our sideline duties. And just some final thoughts, Robert, as before we close this thing out.
Yeah, field position and special teams. It comes down to that. Mainly field position. You know, giving West Monroe a short field in the first half on a punt return, and then them getting points, and then coming out at second half, it's 14-7, and we, slip down on the kickoff, and we have to start from the 1, and that starts bad field position, and then West Monroe gets the ball a couple of drives later due to the bad field position we had. We weren't able to flip the field with the punt, and they get 3 points. And so once they get 2 scores ahead, West Monroe goes into what West Monroe does, and that's the option. And they milk the clock, and they get first downs, and they wear you down, and then they score the bonus touchdown there in the end with the quarterback breaking free and scoring that last touchdown to make it 24-7.
Well, not the outcome we wanted, but the Tigers move on, 1-2 on the season, and we kick off district play versus Franklin Parish next Thursday night. Well, for all the crew here, thanks, Will Anders, directing everything. Jerron Strickland helping out as he always does. Our camera guys, Jason Ewing, Brian Birch, and Sean Hollister. Everybody that helps make this broadcast what it is on Friday nights. We thank you. We thank you to all of our sponsors for tonight's broadcast and for sticking with us throughout this football season. Your final score here from West Monroe. West Monroe 24, Neville 7. We'll see you Wednesday night at Melvin's for the Tiger Talk with Coach Jeff Tannehill, and next Thursday night live from Franklin Parish High School in Winnsboro. For Robert Lane and Vince Burks, I'm Stuart Shelby. Good night, everybody.